Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales are going crazy right now on a bunch of different gaming accessories and gaming items. And in this video, I wanted to go over some of my top picks for Cyber Monday and Black Friday. Most of this stuff is under that $100 mark, but I did throw in a few that are over because I thought it was worth it if somebody's looking for a specific item like that. And keep in mind, a lot of these companies do run sales like this throughout the year. So, if you're kind of strapped for cash, you're really not going to miss out on anything right now. Just wait a little while and you'll probably find it for the same price later on down the road. But I figured I'd go ahead and make a quick video on my top picks. And most of the stuff is stuff that I've used on the channel in the past. I may have a video on it already, so definitely keep an eye out. But the first thing I want to start out with here are for people who are building PCs and need a Windows 11 Pro key or even Windows 10, over at Vip-URCDKey. They're running their Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale. And right now, if you use code ETA, you can get 25% off. So at checkout, we'll just enter the code ETA. That's going to bring the price down to $23.31. They're going to email you that key, and then you can activate Windows. Speaking of that, let's head over to a new PC that I recently built. As you can see, we're running Windows 11, and from settings, we're going to go to activation settings. It's going to tell us that we're not active. We don't have a key installed, so we're just going to paste it right in here, choose next. It's going to activate Windows for us, and we're ready to go. If you're in need of cheap Windows keys, I'll leave a link in the description, and remember, you can use code ETA for 25% off. So first things first, I wanted to get these out of the way because these are something that I pick up at least once a year just to have an extra when they're on sale around Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Xbox or PlayStation 5 controllers. And unfortunately, Microsoft recently raised the price on all of their accessories, so we used to be able to get these for dirt cheap during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. They're up to $47.99, which is about the best deal that I've seen so far. You can pick up a couple different colors, but I do believe the store breaker is going to be a bit more. You know, those special edition colors, yeah, you can see it's up to $49. So like a shock blue, robot white, pulse red, all of these are going to be that 40, I believe, what is it, $47.99? But they come in really handy. They'll work with Android, iOS, it'll work with your laptop, your desktop, and of course, your Xbox. But if you're not into the Xbox layout, there's also the PlayStation 5 controllers on sale, so the DualSense 5, and these have a pretty steep discount. They're usually like $75. They're $54.99. You can get several different colors here. And I think even these special editions are on sale. So like the Chroma Indigo is $59. And this looks really good. So it's a pretty steep discount from that $75 to $80, depending on, which color you get. Even this blue, yeah, down to $54.99. I personally think it's a great time to pick up a controller like this. And I did see these on sale over at Best Buy and Walmart also. But Amazon should be able to get it to you pretty quickly. Now, staying right here with kind of the gaming aspect of everything, the Logitech G305 Lightspeed wireless gaming mouse. It's got a 12K sensor, so 1200 DPI, lightweight, 6 programmable buttons. I haven't used it, but I just bought one, and hopefully it'll be here in a couple days. At this price point, it's not too bad. There's other colors, but I think the white here is $27.99. Black is $28.49. You can go with that blue. I picked up this blue, just a little different from what I usually use, so I figured I'd go with this color. So $28.48 does seem like a really nice little gaming mouse for on the go, and it is wireless if you don't want a bunch of wires cluttering everything up. And this is something that I'll throw in my bag and carry around with me if I go into like desktop mode with a Steam Deck or even an ROG Ally. Another thing we usually see a pretty good discount on during Black Friday and Cyber Monday is storage, be it micro SD cards or external SSDs. And I'll tell you, the micro SD cards, we actually got much better deals during pre-Black Friday sales. Right now, it's not looking great for 1 TB cards across the board. I mean, storage is kind of going up there with RAM and just storage in general. But one thing that I found here was this Lexar 2 TB external SSD, up to 1050 megabytes a second. So this isn't one of those Thunderbolt 4 SSDs, but it does offer plenty of speed for on-the-go storage. And one thing I always use these for are Steam games. So I usually have a couple PCs going. I've got a desktop, laptop, and even my handheld. I'll just set it up on my Steam account and download my games to this. That way I can just plug it into each device, and I've got my portable library going with me. And this is 2 TB. It's a little over $100, but I do think going up from 1 TB to 2 is well worth it with something like this, especially if you're going to be using it for storing Steam games, because they can get quite large. Another thing we're going to see a bunch of sales on are the Amazon products like the Fire tablets, Fire TVs. Really, if you're looking for a tablet and you don't want to break the bank, the only one that I can really suggest here, if you don't want to go over that $100 mark, is the Amazon Fire HD10. 3 gigs of RAM. This has 32 gigs of storage, 10-inch display, not a super fast device, but it's great for reading ebooks on the go, watching movies. You can play Minecraft on this. You can do some emulation with it. And it's a 50% discount, so it's $69.99 right now. And this is the latest version of the Fire HD10. This is something that I picked up 2 for traveling with the kids. I just put it on the back of the seat. You can buy a little headrest mount for pretty cheap. And yeah, it's great for on the go, throwing some movies on there and games. And that way, instead of spending, let's say, $300 on an iPad that the kid will probably drop out of the side of the car when they get out and bust the screen on, you only spent $70 on a Fire HD10. Moving over to something that's come in super handy for me for basically all of my devices that need charging, even at the house. While I'm on the go, this is something I always carry with me. It's not the exact one that I have, but it is a 145-watt version, and I think they're probably made in the same spot. This is a 20,000 milliamp hour, 45-watt portable power bank. So we can do up to 145 watts out of a single USB Type-C port, or that's going to get cut down if you got 2 devices plugged in. But either way, you could do 100 watts out of one, 45 out of the other. Charge your iPhone 16 Pro up 3.4 times, iPad 1.5. It'll do a full charge on a MacBook, or you can fully recharge the Steam Deck with this. Nice little setup here, and at $52, not a bad deal. There's also some other deals going along with this. So if you buy a couple products, you can get like 5% off. I think there's a free item, and it's probably like a USB Type-C cable with this thing from the same company. And it's under the TSA limit, so you can carry this on an airplane. But these do come in really handy. Another thing that not a lot of people think about are USB Type-C cables, and this is something I go through quite a bit of. I've got 3 kids that love breaking these cables, but for my handhelds, I've actually been using these, and I bought 4 of them. These have been holding up great for the last 3 months. 240-watt, 10-foot cable, and this is a 2-pack for $8. Now, I tested this at 240. I can only do around 175 watts charging over this, so it's not quite a full 240, but it's more than enough for my needs. And, all of my handhelds, most of them do up to like 100-watt charging. And at $8, kind of hard to beat that for 2 of these 10-foot cables. Another thing I recently ran across are these JLab Go Air Pop Bluetooth earbuds. Now, they're not noise canceling. They're far from high-end audiophile earbuds. But at $10, I wasn't expecting much. And I got to tell you, these do sound really good. Best thing about these is the price here. And within the last 2 years, I've had 2 really nice sets of earbuds that cost over $80. I think one of them was like $120. I lost one in each of those. So I don't think I'm going to be buying any high-end earbuds anytime soon again. At $10, this isn't going to break the bank if I lose one of these. And I'm not super into the earbuds myself. And if you are, yeah, spend some more money. If you know you're not going to lose them, it's totally up to you. But if you're looking for a set to get you by that you kind of really don't need to worry about, at $10, this is really hard to beat. Even some of the cheaper Chinese ones over on Amazon are going for like $24. Haven't seen much at that $10 price tag. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I've got a few items in here that are over $100. And the first one I wanted to talk about here is the MetaQuest 3S. This is the 128 gigabyte model. And on Amazon right now, you can get the Gorilla Tag bundle. Not sure if anybody's into that game, but if you take a look over here at Walmart, it's still $249. It's the Quest 3S 128 gigabyte version. Batman Arkham Shadow bundle with a 3-month trial of Horizon Plus, which does give you like up to 40 free games that you can mess around with. I think they change them out every month. I do like the MetaQuest, and in fact, today I picked this one up here from Walmart with that Batman Arkham Shadow. I'll tell you, I do notice a difference from the MetaQuest 3's resolution. This is a bit lower, but it feels like it might be a bit more comfortable in my opinion, and it seems like I can get better battery life out of this. They're saying around 2.5 hours on a charge, which still isn't crazy, but to tell you the truth, if they put a bigger battery in it, it just wouldn't be really worth hanging off the side of your head. You can always buy like expansion packs for this that'll go on the back side. You can add some more battery life to a headset like this. It's a $50 discount, and I do think we'll see this like through Christmas. So you're probably not going to miss out on it during Black Friday or Cyber Monday, but if you've been thinking about getting one of these, now might be a good time to pick it up at $249. I wanted to talk about the Legion Go S, and over at Best Buy, it's $649 right now. It's a $250 discount from when it was launched, and we were told that this would be much cheaper when it launched, but tariffs and everything. So this is down to around the price that they said it would be when it originally launched, and this is the Z1 Extreme version, so this is the best performing Legion Go S that they have with SteamOS installed. And I really do like this. I think it's still the most comfortable handheld on the market right now. SteamOS performs absolutely amazingly with the Z1 Extreme, and you get 32 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. It's got an 8-inch VRR 120Hz display. I personally think this is a nice little upgrade over the Steam Deck, and with that $250 discount, this might get some people's attention, and you can always keep an eye out for open box over at Best Buy, so keep that in mind. And the final thing I want to talk about here is something that I recently did a video on. I'll leave a link in the description. This is the Acer Nitro V16 AI. 180 Hz, 1200p display. It's got the AMD Ryzen 5 240, so 6 cores, 12 threads, and an RTX 5050 with 8 gigs of VRAM. Total system RAM, 16 gigs. This is a great performing budget laptop and one of the best that I tested so far. So in 2025, I do think that this is probably the best deal for a budget laptop, brand new, that you're going to find at $629. Again, I did a video on it. I'll leave a link for that in the description if you want to see how it performs.